Hello, I hope you are very well. Today I'm going to talk about the strange disappearance of Karlie Gusé. So let's start. Karlie Gusé was born on May 13, 2002 in Bishop, California. Her parents are Lindsay and Zach. This marriage separated when she was only 2 years old. She lived with her mother for a long time while her father formed a couple with another woman. After a while, Karlie left her mother and went to live with her father and her new partner. A few months before Karlie disappeared, the family moved to Chalfont Valley, a few miles north of Bishop. Karlie was a typical teenager. She liked to go out dancing and have fun with her friends. That's how they described her. She had a boyfriend named Donald and a part-time job after school. All started on October 12, 2018, when Karlie would go with her friends to a football game. She had told her parents that this is what they were going to do. However, the group of friends never went to this game. They decided to go to a party. Around 9 o'clock at night, Karlie called her stepmother Melissa, very agitated and upset, telling her that she would pick her up, that she had not gone to the game, and that she please go and look for her, emphasizing that she felt desperate and wanted to leave immediately. Melissa left with the car to look for her. Karlie had told her that she was in Highlands Park, but when Melissa arrived, Karlie was not there. In the distance, she could see a cell phone light moving. That person moving the cell phone was Karlie running. When Melissa managed to reach her and get her into the car, she told her that she had been smoking marijuana. However, as Melissa perceived it seems that she was in something more serious than just marijuana. Because her pupils were dilated, she was in a permanent state of paranoia and her behavior changed radically from one moment to the next. Once Karlie's father and Melissa arrived at her house, they tried to calm her down and tried to make her eat something. They give her a salad and she spits out the lettuce, saying it was the devil's lettuce. When they saw that she was a bit sick, at the moment they told her to go to bed immediately because there really was nothing else to do. Once in her room, Melissa says she stayed with her for a while because Karlie was completely upset. According to her stepmother, around 5:30 in the morning, she falls asleep, swearing that Karlie was also asleep next to her. However, when she woke up at 7:30, Karlie was disappeared. It turns out that Karlie had left her house without taking any belongings. She had left without a cell phone, without keys, with nothing. The only thing available was a video on her cell phone talking about what was happening to her and how she was at that moment. Immediately, they make the complaint, and as soon as the police take the complaint, they declare it as a unit under the influence of drugs. Then they begin to look for it, asking neighbors and neighborhood agents if they had seen it. Three witnesses claimed to have seen Karlie in different locations, but it was not relevant or reliable either, but can't really establish where it went after running away from home. For this moment, on a great search beginning with helicopters, all-terrain vehicles, hunting dogs, in addition to the fact that she had been lost in an area full of desert, rocks, and it would not be easy to be out in the open in that place. So both had to be searched quickly and precisely with off-road vehicles. Unfortunately, to this day, absolutely nothing was found. Karlie continues to be searched under the status of disappeared. No evidence was found that she had been abducted, abused, or murdered at any time. She left in a state of paranoia without leaving a trace of where she was going or what she was going looking for. Mono County Sheriff Brown, the FBI, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, as well as a few people who simply want to help out were involved into the search for Karlie. One of the most obvious things that could have happened in this case is that simple under the influence of a drug, she have left her home paranoid and got lost somewhere, perhaps in the middle of the desert, or she have dehydrated and died. Some people also believe that maybe someone found her and took advantage of her condition and ended up murdering her or taking her away. Maybe she is kidnapped in some house, but there is really no proof of anything at all. And the worst of all is that it happened in 2018. That is too recent to say that there is no proof. There are cameras everywhere and it is not difficult to see a person leave or which way they even went, seeing things out tree in gas station, in other houses, in supermarkets, it could be anywhere. The fact that there are not films of her in the streets or somewhere means that she is not in a city or in a place full of cameras. For me, the most likely things are that she was kidnapped. One, the part of Karlie's biological mother, she said that maybe Melissa had something to do with it. She was the last person who was with her, she was the last person to really see her, to know what happened, and also, according to Karlie's biological mother, she gave confusing testimonies, they had strange details, and she quite devout her, and everything she actually said in this case. In the event that she had died in the middle of the desert, by this time they could have found her. They could have found her remains and they could have seen even a camera that she left and which way she went. On the part of the mother theory, she said that maybe Karlie had an overdose in the middle of the night and that Melissa got rid of her body. It's understood that Melissa refused to call 911 because nothing was wrong despite Karlie's instance that she called. Melissa maybe considered that there was no problem, perhaps considered that it was just going to happen the next morning and that's why she called us to the emergency room. Or maybe it happened what Karlie's mother said, that Melissa disposed of the body in the middle of the night. What I mean by Melissa's story change and what Mother Karlie says is that the first time the story came out, Melissa said a few different things. She didn't say that she was next to Karlie as soon as she got up, but rather she went to do some things around the house. She was waking up doing the things she normally does in the morning, that she went to see the room where Karlie was, that she was still asleep there, and that when she went to sleep and came back a while later, she was gone, and there she wake up her husband and told him that Karlie had left, that she was nowhere in the house, and that he had already looked for her everywhere. That was the first story that Melissa told, and then she retracted and her testimony changed to that she was all the time with Karlie, and that she woke up next to her, and that she was gone. Harry is suspicious of the change in his story because it's not a huge change but it's a significant because his story should not change that much. That's all and I hope you